I know he wanted to really bad.
We had to hold him back. He was coming looking for you.
My name is George Jaegers. Right now I'm at the 2015 NSS Convention in Missouri. We're in Railroad Cave, and I've been caving since 1961, mostly in southern Indiana. And then I moved to Pennsylvania about 20 years ago and started caving a lot in West Virginia. I got to like the places where you could dry cave and get away from all the mud that southern Indiana has in their caves. But most of my caving career was done in Binkley's Cave. I've been working on and off in that cave for about 45 years now on the surveys. And there's even a crawlway named after me in Binkley's Cave, Jaegers Crawl, which has apparently yielded some footage to be added to the cave this past weekend. So I cave nowadays with a broken ankle and hobble through caves as best I can, but it's been a lifelong passion for me to do this kind of stuff, and can't quite get enough of it, no matter how old or decrepit I get. So yeah, I've been taking still photography for quite a few years, and what I mainly like to do with that is capture people caving. So I guess some people call it guerrilla photography, or you don't spend so much time setting up elaborate lights and planning out every shot for an hour. I just take pictures with a few off-camera flashes and get shots of people crawling and climbing and walking through caves. And the last couple of years I switched over to try to see if I could do something with some video work, and I got a couple of GoPro cameras and some light sources to go with them, and I've just been experimenting, but mainly the style is still the same for me. It's when I go in a cave, I'll just start the camera running outside the entrance and capture the whole trip from one end to the other, and then edit the stuff out that's really not worth looking at, which you get a lot of that, but that's generally how I've been trying to learn how to do this. And unlike this interview session here, I never have enough light to get a good video yet, so I'm still working on what kind of light sources to use for the GoPro in a cave. Well, if you're gonna try to do video work on the go, you don't want to mount your stuff on your helmet, because you can make people sick when you're moving your head around looking at stuff or looking at the ground for your footing. You really need to put it on a more stable platform when you're trying to shoot video while you're walking through a cave or crawling or whatever. That's the first lesson I've learned. Of course, I'm sitting here with the GoPro on my helmet, but I also have learned that you can still get decent video if you sit at a lot of locations, and not so much motion video, but you just sit and capture the light and the things going on around you without moving the camera around so much. That's the number one thing. And the number two thing is, with GoPro in particular, you can never have enough light. At least the version I have. I understand the new GoPros are a lot more light sensitive, but the older versions, it's really hard in a cave to get enough light to do any kind of video work without extra light sources. Yeah, a lifetime of caving has been not just so much being underground, it's the people you meet and the people you socialize with. Some of the best people I've ever come to know in my whole lifetime have been cavers, and that's really been the main part of the whole passion. It's not just crawling around in the mud, which is fun, but it's really getting together with people that are old friends and new friends, and you share the same common interest. And everybody in the caving community that I know of will help anybody else out, no matter what's going on.
It's not like most photographers I know.